I'm going in to win. I'm going in to win. Coming out.
Welcome everybody to Shot of Brandi. I'm your host, Brandi. It is my absolute pleasure and joy to be back again. We're gonna drink, we're gonna have a good time. I've got a tequila shirt on today, so that should let you know the direction that we're going. Always guest chosen, by the way. So tequila's not usually my first choice for things, but this guest, she likes the Mexico Pavilion at Epcot, so not surprised. All right, without further ado, let's bring on the guest, Chelsea Green.
Oh my
Yay!
gosh, wait, I liked that intro.
I used to be an announcer, you know. I don't know if I could do it as good as the others, but
No,
I could try.
I think that was a good little warm up.
All right, well, Chelsea, first of all, I haven't seen you in a long time.
I know.
You are busier than anybody that I know.
That's why I need this tequila.
All right, so today, you requested a skinny margarita.
Yeah.
To which I was like, what? Why a skinny margarita? You don't need a skinny margarita.
Just a skinny margarita for a skinny girl.
But it looked not good.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so I did try it.
Okay.
Dapple, and it's great. It's absolutely excellent.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
So simple.
Yes. Thank you. And
Do you
I
make this at home?
I don't get a hangover from it.
Oh, well, that's even better.
Okay, well, remember during COVID, I feel like you know that, speaking of Epcot, the owners of La Cava,
Yes.
that's the tequila bar
Yes.
in Epcot, they contacted Matt and I, and they wanted to do like a live stream of us making their
Drinks.
infamous cucumber margarita.
I love the cucumber margarita.
So that was the last time that I made like a skinny, spicy, cucumbery margarita.
Okay.
Normally I just order it.
Yeah, you
'Cause
just
I'm
go to the
never
bar
at
and
home.
you're just like, whatever
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
Okay, well, let's make one. Let's rim our glasses.
Oh, so is this a finished product?
Yes, that was the finished product. Oh, well, that didn't go that well, but a little bit. We got a little bit of salt on
Okay.
it. Here's how I learned how to make this, and probably why it looks like that.
Okay.
Orange juice,
Okay.
fresh orange,
Yeah.
lime juice, agave, tequila. That's all that's
Simple.
said. Okay.
Simple.
Then I'm like worried. I'm like, oh no. Is it usually more clear?
No, honestly, Brandi, I just drink it. I don't judge it. I never ever judge my margarita.
Don't judge the drink. If
Yeah.
it tastes good,
Yeah.
that's what we came for. All right.
Never judge it.
We're gonna go heavy on this.
Do you know that Matt and I did a tequila tasting one time at 9:30 in the morning?
Was that at Disney?
Yeah.
So how many times have you been there to do this? I'm just gonna give you all of it.
To do like a
The La
margarita
Cava.
moment?
Yeah.
Okay,
like, are
so-
you their resident margarita people?
I'm definitely their resident margarita drinker.
Okay.
I'll test it. I'll test everything. But they did invite us to really learn about tequila.
Okay.
And I was shocked. I was really shocked. Like, I didn't know how to properly drink tequila.
I'm sure I don't know how to properly
No,
drink
I don't.
anything.
There's like a whole art to it where you're supposed to roll it in the front of your mouth and actually taste it. And then there's a way to get that, you know, that tequila burn?
Yeah.
When you drink tequila and you make that face like, ugh. You're supposed to press your tongue to the back of the roof of your mouth.
That's what
and
I'm
it
doing
like
right now.
stops your taste buds. Honestly, somebody's gonna troll me for saying all this because I actually have no idea.
Why would you want to
'Cause-
stop your taste buds though?
Well, you want to stop
we
the
go.
burn. You don't. The point
Oh, okay,
is to not
okay.
have the burn, but to have the taste.
Okay.
But also know that I'm repeating this after I had like 6 tequila shots. So.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's
How do
get
they
started.
say cheers in Spanish? Salute, maybe?
Salud. Salud. De.
The
Yes.
savior of Latin America. We're workshopping that. Chelsea Verde, Chelsterio,
Oh my goodness.
the savior
Chelsea
of Latin
Verde.
America, Madre, Mexico Madre.
I feel like you're gonna end up having problems with mommy, with the madre, mommy.
Olay.
Good, right? Pretty good. Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah. Simple. So many things I want to talk to you about. First, though, we have to say what we're doing. We are making beef tacos today. You know how I like to do things. Are there measurements? Yes. Is there time to look at them? No. So we just kind of, to the eye and smell, try to get it to a place that we want to go. So
Are you a good cook?
most of the time.
That's why you can eyeball it.
Most of the time.
That would be the death of me.
Libby and I made some strawberry brownies recently for like a little
Strawberry
Valentine's Day
brownies.
moment, and I gotta tell you, it wasn't my best work. It was not my best work. And I'm actually a better baker than a cook. I think where I went wrong on it is that I actually followed a recipe instead of doing what I thought.
That's really sad, but
Yeah.
I would still eat it because it's brownies.
We tried it. We tried it.
My
We just-
neighbors just came over and dropped off cookies at Christmas.
That's very
Fresh
sweet.
baked cookies.
Wait, you guys are in a new
Look at that.
house, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about the new house.
The new house
like,
is
how was it like
amazing.
building your house?
Amazing because my husband had nothing to do with it.
Well, he got that toy room though.
Yes, but I still had something to do with that too.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I
wasn't
micromanaged
just-
everything, and it's all my choices, and it's absolutely perfect. And we have yard for the dogs.
Okay, I think we got enough red onion. This is just a sprinkle on top if we decide that that's the direction we want to go with them.
Okay.
Gotta get a little beef, the cotija,
Tortilla.
cheese, a little bit of lettuce, and first things first, let's cut this while we're in the
Okay.
cutting
I'm so
mood.
glad you're doing the cutting.
Okay, you're not really into the.
Just know I'm just not a great chef. Eventually, I will be.
Well,
I'm sure.
here's the thing that I forgot to say today. I am not a chef. So if you feel some type of way about the food,
Yeah.
not you, just
Oh.
the people.
Oh, I was
I do
like,
aim to
uh-oh.
please you, not
I
not everybody.
was scared for a second there.
But like if you at home feel some kind of way about the food or the way that I'm doing something or how I'm holding my knife or somebody came after me about using dry ingredients in a place that they shouldn't be dry or whatever, save that crap for Bobby Flay. I'm not interested. I am just a mom. I'm drinking. I'm having a good time. Okay.
We're out here doing our best. Okay.
We're just out here in the streets and it's hard. Just trying to make a fresh meal. I think we're good on the tomatoes. We're only making a couple of tacos here, right? Okay, ground beef. I keep saying we're gonna talk about some things and then we don't. Let's
Okay,
dive in.
what do you want to talk about?
First things first. I should have asked you, I meant to and I forgot.
Okay.
If you could wear what you wore at the Plaza on the famed night.
Brandy,
Because I need to see-
it's a very
It's
covered
going
up
on
outfit.
now.
So like 2 years ago, I went there. I was in a skirt here,
An appropriate
an
skirt.
appropriate length above the
Party
knee.
skirt,
Yes.
like, yeah.
And then I was just wearing a shirt up to here that went across my shoulders,
Okay.
and a jacket all the way down, like a floor length jacket, and boots. We were dressing for the girlies. Then, obviously they kicked me out because they thought I was an escort. Okay. And that all went viral and was a little bit crazy. Then, because of that, the manager of the Plaza called me and gave me like a free stay anywhere in the world. And he was like, "So where do you want to go?" I'm like, "Oh, well," I'm like,
Let me think.
yeah, like I'm working all the time. I don't know that I can just choose that now. He's like, "Okay, no problem. So what I'll do is I'll put it for your hometown Fairmont, and then you can
Just choose.
you can choose."
Okay.
Well, then I went to go redeem it.
And it wasn't good.
It didn't exist. It didn't
wait a minute.
exist.
Well,
They were
I
doing
gotta-
me dirty.
I gotta back it up though a little bit.
Okay.
You're not able to be in yet.
Yeah. What?
You're not able to be in yet.
Don't
You've not
steal
been
my
seen.
thunder.
You've not been seen yet.
This is my time to shine.
I disagree with the Fairmont's choices and what they did is wrong.
But
No, there's no but. Wrong.
So how did it go down? You're at the hotel. You're drinking with the friend. Or
no,
something.
I didn't
No.
even get a drink.
Okay.
So I walked in the front door. Keep in mind, like I have gone to this hotel with my dad. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
whenever we're in New York, like we go and like have a little drink or whatever.
Yeah, it's a cute like staple.
Cute little vibe. And I was with Maxine, so we go
Okay.
in.
Did Maxine get kicked out too?
Yes, but she's
Oh my
so
God.
like sweet that she never spoke up about it. So just know that everything that happened to me also happened to Maxine.
Poor Maxine.
Yes. So we go in, we walk up to the bar, which is like right in the lobby. Like we walk up to the
Yeah.
entrance of the bar. The bouncers are standing on either side. They don't say anything. Like we
Yeah.
walk in, we walk through, and then they go, "Hey, you!" And I'm like, "Oh." And we like turn around. We're like, "Yes." They're like, "Where do you think you're going?" And we're like, "To the bar for a drink." And they're like,
Yeah.
"You're not allowed in here." And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
What do you mean? We're
like
go-
is it a joke or
Yeah,
something?
yeah, yeah. Like I didn't know what was going on, and they were like, "Only guests of the hotel are allowed." And I'm like, "Okay, I've done this before, but okay." And they're like being so rude, and literally Maxine is like, I don't understand to them. Like, I don't understand why you're being so rude. And I'm like, trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Then a hotel guest comes through and sees that this is happening and says to the bouncers, like, no, they're fine. They can come and have a drink at the bar. I'll let them in. I'm staying.
Yeah.
And that's when he goes nuts.
Oh, because then he thinks that you're...
So then he really thinks we're escorts. But he
Yeah.
already, it was so obvious he already thought that. Like,
Right.
just the way he was treating us before.
Yeah.
And he goes like, I know what you guys are doing here. Like, all that stuff. Like, it was so presumptuous. And the fact that there's no way that they would tell a hotel guest that a hotel guest cannot bring
A guest too.
a guest in.
Yeah.
It was like, the whole thing was crazy.
Were people like looking and like, was it all?
Yeah, everyone was looking. Like, everyone was looking. And then,
they're all
because I was so mad, I was like, nah, this guy, I'm going to book a room. So I go traipsing to the front desk to book a room, literally out of spite. We had a hotel room.
Yeah.
And I was just being a brat. So I go traipsing to the front desk and I go to book a room, and then security came and like basically tried to grab me and take me out of the hotel.
That is such a wild...
Yeah.
Woo, child.
The best part was when the manager called, like, he had watched the footage.
Yeah.
And like,
He knew.
seen that
Yeah.
I was absolutely like, there's no way these two girls are in the wrong.
Right.
I was going to see Chicago, damn it.
Well, hey.
Nearly ruined my night.
So I was going to ask you to wear the outfit because I got to confess something to you.
I wish you had told me to. You would have been really
Well, here's
pleasantly
the thing.
surprised.
When me and Cody go out with you and Matt, it's the only time we have conversations on what we should wear. Because we're like, first of all, both of y'all are jacked and you're always naked. So we're like, we don't want to look like your parents.
Yeah.
Or, you know, like your dowdy siblings
And that's
or
fair.
something. So we're like, all right, what are we wearing? Because I'm like, it's hot, but it's not that hot. I'm not wearing a crop top. And he's like, well, you could wear a crop top. I'm like, I'm not wearing a crop top. And then like, he'd be like, well, you know, that dress is you look nice and you know, it's like it's shapely and all that stuff. And I'm like, why do we always do this? And then he's like, well, you know, Matt's gonna look like he just stepped out of the gym and he's just been sitting there like pumping like this.
And
you know,
and his dress shirt
it's-
is like plastered to his arm muscles.
I know. So we always we speculate about what is it going to be that they're wearing. I got to tell you this one time. We had debated a long time over what to wear. I didn't have a lot of options because I'm traveling, you know, but I did the best I could, you know, to not look like Chelsea's grandmother. And we get to dinner. You guys start rolling up, and then Chelsea's got this like nice like A-line, like longer dress on, and I'm like, okay, I feel like I fit in. But then she turns the corner, and the girls were
bam!
they were like, hey, everybody. And I was like, oh, hell. Just to keep everybody up here,
Okay.
I'm going to drain a little bit of the water off. Then we're going to add our spices in. So let's just get a little stream going here. You don't have to do this. You just want to drain so that it's not like super oily. So now we're going to add a few little spices in and some tomato paste. Are there direct measurements on what we should be adding here? Sure. Am I going to use them? No. We're just gonna eyeball it and, you know, see how we feel. Okay, so I've got a little cumin, a little garlic powder, some chili powder, and some oregano. I'm gonna go the heaviest on the chili powder and the tomato paste just to keep it together. So we're just get a little, I would say maybe like half of this we're gonna throw in there. And maybe a little more. Okay. We'll see how we do. And then we're gonna get a good bit of chili powder. So if I'm guessing, I'm gonna say probably like a good 2 tablespoons out here. Just to, you know, give it that color that we like. So we just stir this around a little bit. And I'm in a situation of too small of a pan. I should have used a bigger pan. So I'm trying not to spill over.
These are really things that I don't judge because I would have ordered the taco.
Okay, so back to Chelsea and the outfit. She looks good though, right? I just don't want to look
It was
out
a
of
nice
place.
floral dress.
I'm struggling to have a conversation with Chelsea here. So we're talking. The guys discover Neil Patrick Harris is
Yes,
there.
he
And
is
we
there.
never see him. He's a Disney frequenter,
Yeah.
but we never see him. So anyway, the guys start acting like little kids,
Yeah.
literally,
Yeah.
giggling, and
Yeah,
they
really
were
wanted to
really
meet
deep
him.
in some bourbon too as well.
Yeah.
And they want to meet them. So it gets arranged, you know, we send them some drinks. They're very nice men, so they decide to come over and hang out for a minute. And it's wild. Matt already laughs so loud.
Yeah.
But his laugh is booming through the restaurant. Like you can hear it at Cinderella's castle, like across the way. He's so loud. But like we're chatting, and I'm chatting with Neil's husband, who happened to grow up in the same neighborhood that I did, which didn't know that. It's very strange. And so we're chatting, and it's going great. We all get a picture together, and it's wonderful. And then they leave. And then Chelsea's like, well, you were just sitting there chatting up with them and, you know, having all these conversations, and they would like hardly even talk to me.
They ignored me.
I just don't understand. And I was like, you don't understand.
They ignored me.
Why? These two happily married men didn't have a whole lot to say to you? And I was like,
They're gay.
Here!
They love boobs.
Here! I was like, I can hardly talk to you tonight. It's so much.
Yeah, he really wouldn't look my way.
I feel like you clothe up, though, at Disney most of the time.
Oh,
like
I do.
when we go to the park.
Yeah.
One
I
day
don't
it
mess
was
around.
like so hot, and you had like a shirt like tied on, and I'm thinking like, this is the time that you're really covered up today.
I will cover up at Disney.
Just for those kiddos.
And I'll try to go
you know?
incognito. Try to do the no makeup, you know what I mean? Blend right in with the Disney
Disney
folk.
people.
Well, because Matt stands out so much.
Yeah, he does.
It's so obvious, like Matt is
Yeah.
Matt. Like you can see the beard,
Cody
the muscles, and the hat.
stands out, and he makes himself stand out even more and doesn't listen to me. Well, the first thing that Cody does that really drives me nuts, because he'll be like, you know, I just want to blend in, basically.
Well, you have a neck tattoo that everyone can see, so.
Why does every hat that he has have the American flag on it?
Exactly.
Every hat has the American flag on it. There are hats that don't have American flags on them. Maybe just wear a black hat.
A Nike hat, a Disney hat.
Yeah, just a black hat. Maybe a hat with Mickey on it, something, anything else.
Yeah.
But he refuses. But then he'll wear, you know, a hood up and then a whole jacket and a whole tracksuit, and it's like 103 degrees outside. So he's just sweating profusely, and people are just recognizing him left and right.
But I do fear that, unfortunately, with the tattoo,
Well, that's why he wears the hoodie, to try to cover that. But, you know.
Because if anyone even thinks, like, oh, is that Cody? They just have to look
He used to blame me, because then he'd be like, well, you're always in there, your Disney ears and your backpack matching. And then they're like, is that Cody? And then they look and see you bopping around, and they're like, it is. And I'm like, all right, so I stopped my fun.
We shouldn't dull our sparkle for
No.
people like that.
Yeah,
for our
it's
husbands.
just, no. All right. We've got the meat looking pretty good. I've got some corn tortillas here. I was going to dry toast them. I don't feel like it.
Love that.
So I think we're just going to get those. But
We're just
before
gonna
we
raw
do
dog
that,
it.
I feel like we need a re-up on our cocktails real quick. Cheers, yay. Okay, one more thing we got to talk about here.
Yeah,
before we
that
wrap
one
up.
was stronger.
Ooh, yes. Ooh. But I do like it. I do like it, though. Okay, I feel like Matt is afraid of the children.
Matt
is he scared
is
of the children?
100%. He's never actually said that to me, but I know he is, because he definitely like poo-poos anyone with kids. Like, well, we can't go. They have kids. I'm like, that's actually not a thing.
Yeah,
like that's not a thing. People still
get
exist after
babysitters.
children.
Yeah.
We've never ever been
With anybody with kids?
No.
Well, you came-
We have been with kids, and there's never been a problem.
No. Well,
Like the track record is great.
y'all came with Libby when she was like young, and I don't remember. I gave her to him, and he was carrying her like this.
That's how he first carried Kylo, our cat, when we got him. He was like, I don't know how to hold. Carry him like he doesn't.
I don't know how to.
I don't know. He's strange.
I don't know how to
guy.
open this. So
Strange guy. I don't know who would marry him.
well, that's another thing that I feel like I need to talk about a little bit. I feel like Cody gets way too much credit for you guys' relationship.
I know. And
Way too
I
much.
said that the other day in an interview. I was like,
It's
oh,
just
Cody
because
set
it's-
us up. And then I was like, no, wait. Let me go back. Cody did not set us up. Brandi set
It
us up.
was 1,000% me.
Yes.
He was cheering it on,
But he didn't
but
even
he didn't know
me
you
at the time.
No.
You knew me from being in the
Yeah.
locker room and
Yeah.
training together.
And it was that simple. It literally was like this. We're sitting at dinner, and he's poo-poo facing about being alone, and like,
was he? And he was limping.
yep, and just kept talking about it. And I was like, I can't hear about this anymore. Do you want to find someone? And he was like, yes, I do. And I was like, do you know who Chelsea Green is? And he was like, yeah, I think so. Show me her picture. So I just pull up your picture, show him again, and he was like, oh yeah, she's hot. So I was like, okay, yes. Chelsea, what do you think of Zack Ryder? And he was like, you were like, he's so handsome. And I was like, she said you're so handsome. I was like, get in the DMs now. Now. This is happening now. And then he did. And then y'all were hanging out like 5 minutes later.
Yeah, he did. He
And
slid
Cody
in.
just was helpful in the fact that he was like, yeah, man, just go for it. She seems nice.
Yeah,
Just
but
go for
Cody
it."
didn't actually do
But
anything.
no, he didn't. He
no,
just
let
was
the
supportive.
record show that Cody did absolutely nothing
And
to facilitate.
I just drove the ship. you
Brandi
know?
drove the ship, parked the ship, docked the ship, facilitated the whole
It was
relationship.
my one matchmake and super successful. I'm good with that. So
9 years together.
Don't ask me to hook you up. I already did it. I don't need to try it again.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's pretty
Tacos.
good. Okay, so we're gonna make tacos. I really like this. This sounds great.
Okay, that is your plate.
Thank you.
This is my plate.
Thank you.
We will start with a little ground beef. Don't go too crazy because you won't be able to fit the rest of your toppings.
Okay.
So little ground beef here. We'll get a little lettuce if you like. Okay, and then we'll get a little tomato if you like. And
Tomato.
we can garnish with a little fresh lime juice, even though this
Yeah, is anything coming
is
out of
not
there?
really coming out. I think it dried out on us. A little bit, got a little bit. And we'll grate a little cheese on it. There, a little bit. Okay.
Is it taco time?
It's taco time.
Okay. How is it?
I like it. The meat got a little cold while we were talking, but the flavors are there. I'm not unhappy. And I like a corn tortilla. Are you a corn or a flour?
I'm a big corn.
Okay.
Gotta be corn.
Super easy, especially the skinny margarita part.
Yeah.
And this was my idea to re-up on this, so
Yeah. So
Don't know why.
she's a cool mom.
my kid still thinks so right now.
Oh yeah.
Although the other day, she accused me of burning her in the bathtub.
Oh.
And she screamed. Put the water in this like little pitcher to pour it over her head because she's just so difficult about washing her hair. And so I'm like chasing her around. So I finally get the pitcher poured up and then I pour it on her head and she literally goes, ah, at the top of her lungs. And then she looks at me and she goes, you burned me! And
Stop.
like, I look at like, you know, the faucet to see like, did I push it over too hard or something? And Cody comes running up the steps and just looking at me and I was like, I did not burn her. And then like, he's just like, you both look like you got caught like drinking and driving or something. Like he's like, both of you look like deers in headlights, but she literally thought I burned her. And it's just warmer than she's used to.
Or
like
she's just starting her acting career young.
she started her acting career the moment she came out.
Exactly.
That kid. But she doesn't want to do anything in public. Like we tried to have her do.
Is she shy?
Yes. How?
Stop.
How is she shy?
I
That
know.
one that will never stop talking, always got something to show. We were at dinner the other night and she had this little like floofy skirt on and she goes, hey, to me and Cody, y'all want to see a crazy show? Puts her hands against the wall, starts going like this.
That's incredible.
I was like, this is the kid that they asked her to put an angel costume on at church and just walk down the aisle. That's it, just angel costume, walk down the aisle. Cut to me holding her hand while she's walking down the aisle, crying audibly. And then as soon as we get to the front, she just starts going like this to me. Ah. So then I just had to pick her up and she didn't do it. It was
Maybe she was
terrible.
watching Nikki Bella's entrance.
I haven't
Maybe
shown-
she's a
I haven't
Lola
shown-
Vice fan.
She will be. She's a Bianca Belair. Like, she wants to do entrances all the time, and then she just grabs her hair and goes.
I'll tell you what, when that song plays, I'm on my own. I can't help it too.
It's got a bop to it. Like, it's
I
a
get
good
it.
one. It's
I
a good
absolutely
one.
get it.
Yeah.
That was really good. Mine,
Yeah.
mine fell apart at the end, but
Well,
I
that's
got most
that's
of it
that
in my
corn
mouth.
tortilla for you.
It's good. And the cheese, yeah.
It's
I'm
the
a
right
fan.
cheese.
I'm a fan of the cheese.
I think that's going to be a staple for me going forward. We're at the end of the episode. Do you know what happens at the end of the episode?
What?
You have to make sure your drink is gone. Fast.
Is that a thing? Mm-hmm. Do we chug? Do we have straws or do we just chug?
I got to find
I can
one,
chug
too.
faster with a straw. A fun. Yes.
Got a little party straw. All right.
Okay.
Cheers. Oh, God. Here we go.
Told ya. Told ya. Told ya. New, 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 You know what that song's from?
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy, that's right. I forgot.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for Shot of Brandi. I'm Brandi, this is Chelsea Green, and we'll see you next time.
Olé.